Human in effigy before a giant 45 to 50-foot stone owl.
I would say that's probably why they're going to hell.
Really?
Sure.
Have you ever heard about that?
Mm-mm.
You lived here your whole life?
Mm-hmm.
Where were you born?
San Francisco.
It's a beautiful town.
Oh,
of course, we've got the Grove just about 10 miles down the road. Have you talked to people that work there?
No, I haven't. They're kind of... I don't really know anybody that works down there.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth, yeah. I know people that have gone down there. A couple years ago when Schwarzkopf and Colin Powell, they were all down there doing big presentational speeches and whatnot. I've heard about that, but, you know, and presidents that have gone there for their retreats and whatnot. And I've heard it's also a quote-unquote elite men's club only. Women haven't been able to or allowed to work there except for in the past few years, which they're only kept in the parking lot. They're valet parker. That's the only job women can have there. Because whatever goes on in there.
What if I told you that it's true that they burn a human being in effigy to a giant owl god and that they start worshiping the owl and talking about how it gives them power? What do you think about that?
I would say they are in grand delusion and they need to give some of their money away.
So you think they're on a power trip?
Totally.
But what is this burning a person? This is ancient. Did you know that thousands of years ago, different societies would have large metal hollow owls that would throw children into them?
I would say they're quite satanic. Or on another level, if you will, more demented. It's very sick.
With these people, we're talking about billions, and then we're talking about governmental control. Is it bad to have something that's secret, elite, and pagan at the same time?
Yeah, sounds like Satan's building his cult. Satan's building his army.
Do you want to meet our pet snail here, Alex?
Wow.
It's got one sachet full of sweetener in him. It's really going for it. It's going wham like that.
Oh, you've been feeding him sweetener?
No, he fed himself.
So he came up on here.
We started there, eating the sweetener. In fact, there's the evidence. So he's been in there.
Yeah, he has to.
And then he went down. Oh, then he went over here. And then he went down there. Now he's a bit lost.
No, thank you.
Pretty snail.
I think it's probably bugged, actually.
Oh, yeah.
That's a federal agent right there.
Hey, you know, a guy came up to us just now. This is one of the new breed of high-tech federal agents. All this is in there is just tech. This guy came up to us just now.
Nanotechnology micro beast. I'm sorry, what were you saying?
He came up and he said, "You work in the Grove?" First question.
He said you work in the Grove?
Yeah, and he had a big bushy beard. And he looked like he'd had a lot of acid in his life.
Really?
So
What'd you say?
I said, yeah. And he said, oh yeah. And then he started talking about the weather for half an hour. So we don't know what to make of him.
Now, yesterday, you were talking to an Australian who lives around here now.
Yeah.
He was talking about the FBI.
Yeah, this Australian we met yesterday. He's been here for 3 years. And he says that about 2-3 months ago, the whole place was saturated with men in black, FBI, Secret Service and everything, going up and down the roads, checking everything, checking houses, everything from bombs and stuff, and then they all disappeared, and they were looking out for undesirables in the area who were persuaded to go. That was his story.
And now we're going to
talk to him.
And now we're going to infiltrate.
I think we should go and see what we can see.
The public has a right to know.
They do.
The public may have a right to know, but the people in this cafe, I think, shouldn't know.
I agree.
Well, you've got to go in up the road that says no through road, because we've got to sit in the car and get a shot of you going up the road. So you've got to go in. You've got to be the guinea pig. But you're a brave man, Alex, aren't you?
No problem, you know.
So that's cool. I wouldn't ask a man who wasn't as brave as you.
All right, it's no big deal. I'm just gonna go in and make sure everything goes good. I'm sure you guys will come right through fine too. My only concern is figuring out the right type of baggage to carry this in. Also, still shot camera.
Well, I personally would recommend that you wired yourself up with your what's it called?
Hidden camera.
Yeah, your hidden camera that's in the shape of a pager.
Problem is, we got some stuff on last night. We checked it out, but it's very unwieldy, not trustworthy.
Right.
If I can just get in the woods with this, it's over.
That's true.
And even about, I'm going early now. I'm probably going about 3:30 with Mike, and we'll just hang out inside. In case they throw me out, I'm still getting back on the property.
Oh, so you're gonna go in way before Rick gets here?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Well, cool. Well, we'll just sit in the car.
But I mean, you understand why? Not because I want to hang out in there all day. It's because I've got to get in. Because if they catch me, then I'm gonna got to sneak back in.
Yeah.
I will not be stopped.
You know, I went with Big Jim Tucker from the Spotlight to a Bilderberg meeting last year, but that was my first time, and we got chased away by men in dark glasses, and you know, I was a bit scared then. But I feel safe with you, Alex.
Well, Tucker's a good rider.
Oh yeah, I like Tucker.
All of this connects
It kind
to...
of defeats the motive of it just being a tie and a pager.
Doesn't it? But the whole thing is that, I guess, if you have it all inside your bag because you've got...
Yeah, it's really only about like
and
that.
it's a TV, so you get good quality, I guess.
I mean, all the
you know.
wires condense in like that, and they just run right up. And, it's no
And
big
so
deal.
everything would, of course, just fit right in my little bag.
Oh, I see. So that's what. Right.
Yeah, everything goes in here like this. This whole hideous mess goes inside like this.
Stuff on top of it.
And maybe the wire, because you do have to have like the microphone up somewhere, would kind of like maybe feed through the shirt or be poke a hole in my shirt or whatever.
It was the night of July 15th, 2000. Mike Hansen and I were about to attempt the first ever successful infiltration of the Bohemian Grove. Others have tried and failed. No one has ever actually made it in and out with video evidence. After careful planning, we decided the best tactic would be to insert ourselves in the main entrance into the heavily wooded area, entering the gorge by stealth and getting into the main parking area. From there, we posed as Bohemian Club members, thus entering the inner sanctums of the New World Order. That's perfect. Leave it just like that. No, I got it, honey. Here's some brain on. Okay, here we go. That's good. Yeah, that's good, Alex.
You be careful, baby.
Okay.
I don't want you to go in.
Shh. I'll be safe. Don't worry about it, guys. Come on.
O'clock, 11:30, 12.
Yep.
And then 6.
Should I wear my sunglasses?
Whatever you want.
Go lose
It's not that bright. And we go left. I love you. Be careful, Mike. God bless.
Yeah, pray for us. Keep the evil off of us.
Be careful.
walk on up here for a second.
When's the next shuttle coming?
Sorry, Mike. Come on. Where are you going? Well, we're inside the Bohemian Grove. We're actually not inside yet, Mike.
Well, we're in the parking lot. That's pretty.
Yeah.
Well, no, this is the same redwood. They're all the same. They're actually, well, I think there's three kinds of redwoods. There's the sequoia and the sierra.
Here comes the thing, Mike.
And there's the coast redwood.
Yeah.
And then there's a Chinese redwood, and there's one or two of the Chinese redwoods somewhere in the grove.
I remember when I drove from Tulare and went up to Sequoia National Park, all they had up there was the sequoias.
Yeah. Aren't they the biggest? Oh, they are. They're the biggest like living thing, I think, aren't they?
Oh yeah, they're incredibly large. There's one up there that you can drive a car on top of one, you know.
On top of it,
Yeah.
lying down?
Yeah.
Human in effigy before a giant 45 to 50 foot stone owl.
I would say that's probably why they're going to hell.
Really?
Sure.
Have you ever heard about that?
Mm-mm.
You lived here your whole life?
Mm-hmm.
Where were you born?
San Francisco.
It's a beautiful.
I've heard it's also a quote-unquote elite men's club only. Women haven't been able to or allowed to work there except for in the past few years, which they're only kept in the parking lot. They're valet parking. That's the only job women can have there. Because whatever goes on in there.
What if I told you that it's true that they burn a human being in effigy to a giant owl god and that they start worshiping the owl and talking about how it gives them power? What do you think about that?
I would say they are...
Beautiful town.
Oh,
of course, we've got the Grove just about 10 miles down the road. Have you talked to people that work there?
No, I haven't. They're kind of... I don't really know anybody that works down there.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth, yeah. I know people that have gone down there. A couple years ago when Schwarzkopf and Colin Powell, they were all down there doing big presentational speeches and whatnot. I've heard about that, but, you know, and presidents that have gone there for the retreats and whatnot. And